Stealthily, the hideous monster neared its victim. Its footsteps ringing metallically on the stone pavement. The victim was still unaware of the approaching horror as the monster scrambled over the rooftop. Slowly the monster approached. Its shadow could now be seen through the fanlight. Noiselessly the fanlight opens. The horrifying moment is nigh. The fiendish monster dropped to the ground, as silent as the night. Sid. Cool. Oh, dear. I thought you were a blood-sucking vampire.
You wouldn't be the first. Didn't you hear the doorbell? I better climb across that flaming roof like a cat burglar.
Look, Sydney, I'm highly strung, and when I'm working, I'm oblivious to all.
Working? You call it work, reading those horror books?
Sydney, please. I am a proofreader, Sydney. A very integral part of the literary field, you know. You see, someone has to check the grammar of every publication. Although I say it, who probably should not, it's not everyone what can do it proper.
I see what you mean.
Besides, it's more beneficial to mankind, is it not, than bookmaking?
You think so? How much do they pay you for reading that rubbish?
If you must know, it's 5 and 6 for each horror. And 3 and 6 for the sexy ones.
Why is it 2 bob cheaper for the sexy ones?
Oh, they reckon I get 2 bobs with the pleasure out of reading them.
That's fair enough. How many you gone through tonight?
Oh, about 4, I think. Yeah, that's right. I started off with the battered body in the basement and finished up with the fiend of the second-floor flat.
He gets about, doesn't he? Supper ready?
I thought you were going to bring in cod and chips twice.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's my late evening at the Dogs tonight. It's your turn to make the omelette and baked beans.
It's it. Well, I'm up to my eyeballs in bloody bodies. Don't talk to me about baked beans, please.
You're too temperamental, that's your trouble. Oh, all right, I'll nip down to the fish and chippery.
Does it? Oh, Sydney, I'm highly imaginative, I know, but would you mind leaving the door open, please? I've just reached the part here where the mad scientist is, following a trail of blood and gore leading him to the sewers. Don't forget the gherkins! You were quick. Did you remember the gherkins?
Mr. Broughton. Mr. Broughton.
Yeah. Thought you were Sid.
Everett Sloane, solicitor. You are Mr. Ernest Broughton.
Oh, yes, I am, indeed. I know. If it's a rent, I'll have a check in the post tomorrow.
Your rent is no concern of mine, Mr. Broughton. My business concerns itself with your uncle, Mr. Gabriel Broughton.
Uncle Gabriel? I don't owe him anything, do I?
No. No.
Oh. Oh, that's all right, then. The old boy's got himself into trouble, has he?
In a way. He's dead.
Oh. Well, if you're collecting for a wreath, I...
Mr. Broughton, it's my duty to inform you that you're a beneficiary under your late uncle's will.
I am?
As one of the surviving members of the Broughton family.
Well, thank you very, very much indeed, Mr. Sloane, for bringing me such good... sad news. Very distressing when you lose one of your nearest and dearest. Very sad. How much am I getting?
I'm not in a position to tell you. Could be almost anything.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes, it could be. The reading of the will is tomorrow evening. I trust that's convenient.
Oh, yes, that'll be quite convenient. Thank you very much.
Your instructions on how to reach Blackshaw Towers.
Oh, very much obliged, Mr. Sloane. Where?
Blackshaw Towers. Your late uncle's residence in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire?
A very attractive county. Blackshaw Towers itself commands a most imposing view of the moors.
Yes, well, I feel I should point out to you, Mr. Sloane, that I do have several highly important sort of literary functions to attend, and I'm afraid...
I'm afraid I must point out that failure to attend the reading may have serious, if not fatal, consequences.
Oh. Well, I better make every attempt to be there, then.
Until tomorrow night, Mr. Broughton.
Mr. Sloane?
Yes?
What did my poor uncle die of?
He died of status lymphaticus.
Oh, that's nice. What's that?
It's a glandular disturbance brought on by shock.
Ah, shock. Yeah. So, electric?
No. Fear. Good night, Mr. Broughton.
Sorry, mate. Don't mention it. Hey, Ernie. Who's that horrible-looking zombie going down the stairs?
Zombie? You're referring to my solicitor, Sidney.
You in trouble, then?
I am not. I'm a beneficiary.
You filthy swine. How long can they give you for that?
Sidney, sometimes I wonder how it's possible to live with an ignoramus.
Oh, I manage somehow. You going away?
Sidney, if you must know, this is, rather a sad time for me. My Uncle Gabriel has just has passed on, and I have to go to Yorkshire tomorrow to the family residence to settle the family estate, you know.
Oh, yes, your lordship. Well, if you'll excuse me, your lordship, I'm going to have my fish and chips, your lordship.
How you can think of food at a time like this? There's my dear Uncle Gabriel has just departed, and you... Did you remember the gherkins?
Of course.
Aren't you in the least bit interested as to what my solicitor imparted to me?
No.
All right, then. If you think more of your stomach than you do of my good fortune.
I do.
All right. I'll tell you, then.
I thought you might.
I happen to have come into rather a large fortune.
Wish I'd known. I'd have ordered double chips. How much are we getting then?
We, Sidney? I have to go up to Yorkshire tomorrow to find out exactly how much I have inherited.
Well, knowing your luck, I'm prepared to lay 2 to 1 that you'll finish up with a brass candlestick and a china gazunder.
Very well. If you're going to scoff, I might change my mind about asking you to accompany me.
You asking me to come with you?
Oh, Sid, please. Just because I've gone up in the world doesn't mean to say I'm going to desert my friends. Besides, I think the trip will do you good.
Of course, you wouldn't be asking me because you don't fancy the looks of this zombie solicitor, would you? Here, put that outside.
That's just like you, isn't it? I do a friendly gesture and you go and twist it. Well, Mr. Slow might scare you, mate, but he certainly doesn't frighten me.
Sorry to startle you, Mr. Broughton. I dropped my scarf.
You better come with me, Sid.
Here we are.
Hey, Sid, this is your suitcase.
Good, hang on to it. Oi! Oi, oi, oi!
Anybody here?
Blimey, if I'd known, I wouldn't have bought a ticket. Lively, isn't it? Huh. You wait here. I'll see if I can find a taxi.
Don't be long, Sid.
And don't get yourself into any trouble.
What be you up to?
I'd be up for nothing.
Where be you come from?
I'd be from London, actually. I just got off the train.
Train? What train?
The one that's just gone out.
Shouldn't happen without my knowing. I always just been missing them.
Oh. I see. Yes, well, actually, I'm waiting for a taxi.
No taxis run on this line.
Oh. No, I suppose not really, but my friend's out looking for one.
He'll be lucky.
Well, we've got to get up to Blackshaw Towers.
Blackshaw Towers?
Yes, my uncle lives there, actually. Well, that is, he used to. He died recently.
I'm not surprised. You got any sense you'll stop away from that place?
Ernie?
Hmm?
Come on.
Just a minute, Sid. I've been talking to this chap here. He says it's a bit dicey up at Blackshaw.
What chap?
Well, the porter here. See, Mr. Porter? Mr. Porter!
Ernie, you're having him again.
Now, listen, Sid. I'm not having him. I was over there reading that timetable, see? So suddenly I got a smack in the nose like that. When I came to, there he was. Little short, sort of wispy bloke he was, with a tash. He looked like a rat looking through a bundle of opium like this.
You finished? Pick up the cases. Come on, I got the transport. Come on.
Come on, tiny man he was. Honestly, Sid.
There's room for one in back.
Come on.
Sid, is this an omen?
No, it's a Rolls Royce. Get in. Come on.
Take it easy, can't you?
Oh, shut up moaning. You're better off than the ones who usually go in the back. Is this it?
Nay, I aren't going no further.
Now, look here, my man.
Now, you look here. I aren't sure I can get to Blackshaw Towers in this weather. Even if I did, I aren't sure I'd get back.
Now, wait a minute, mate. You said
I
that...
said now. I'll take you back to the station, or you can hoof it to the towers.
Hoof it? How far?
Straight up there, half a mile.
Exactly?
Or give or take a mile. Make up your mind.
Come on, Ernie. Come on.
I've a good mind to report you to the Pallbearers Union.
How much?
17 and 6.
17 and 6. You got any change?
Yeah, here it is.
Is there 17 and 6 here, then?
I'll give her take a bob.
And you better mind them bogs.
Them what?
Bogs.
They've claimed many a victim.
Oh, so have you.
That's very good. Come on.
Sydney. Hey, this is yours.
Yeah, hang on to it.
Hey. Sydney.
Yeah?
Whereabouts are all these bogs? Hey, Sydney, look! Your case, quick! Quick!
Well, let's get back. Let me have a go.
Quick, look! Quick!
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, ready? Go!
Good.
You clot! I had my toothbrush in there. Not exactly a holiday camp, is it? Never mind, mate. I guarantee you we get a giggle out of the place. Perhaps I'm being a bit optimistic. I think we better go round the back.
Okay, Sid.
Well, go on then.
Who, me?
Blimey, all right, I'll go.
Yeah. Don't be long, Sid. Sydney? Sid!
Very good. How'd you do it?
I didn't. It did itself.
Did it? Come on then.
Sid. There's something creepy about this place.
Well, what's a few creeps against a few thousand quid? Come on. Come on. Black cat. That's lucky.
Who for? Oh, Sydney.
Yeah?
Look, French Impressionists.
Who?
Rembrandt. Works of art.
Stone me. Look at that. Ah. He must have been going like a bomb when he hit that wall. Yep. You'll have to get rid of this lot for a start.
Get rid of what, Sydney?
All this cod's wallop.
Please, you're talking of priceless heirlooms.
Priceless. You wouldn't get 30 bob for it at the church bazaar. Here, come on. Steady on, mate. You batter the door down.
Manners, Sydney.
We'll get you nowhere, boy.
Welcome, fellow travellers. His name is Guy Broughton, late officer of Her Majesty's forces and one-time gentleman. To which side of the family do you show allegiance?
Not me, mate. Him.
Uncle Gabriel was my, uncle. I'm Ernest.
What profession were you thrown into? Foreign service or the church? You know, your collar's the right way round. The army, too.
As a matter of fact, I did do my whack.
Sandhurst primarily?
Glasshouse, mainly.
I take it he is your batman.
I, mate, happen to be Mr. Broughton's legal advisor.
Oh, well, very lucky for him.
Tell me, are there many relatives attempting to get their mitts on Gabriel's lucre?
Oh, good Lord, yes. A whole mad bunch of us.
Mad?
Well, the Broughtons are all a bit, don't you agree?
I agree.
Go in.
What does he want, Sid?
You by the look of it.
Not sure, but if you smile nicely, he might show you to your rooms. These are the new arrivals.
Good evening, sir.
Here, well, just the two of us. Me and Mr. Butler.
You know, one butler to another.
This way, gentlemen.
Ring up Madame Tussaud, see if anyone's missing.
Which of you gentlemen owns this?
Him.
Your room, sir.
Ta, cheeky.
This way for you, sir.
Looks like you're elsewhere, mate. Good luck.
Wait for me. Is it far? Only I like to be near my friend, you see.
Your room is in the east wing. The late master's chamber.
Oh, see, bedroom. Oh, it's a nice, comfortable bed.
Yes. The master died in it. Careless, very careless. I trust you pass a peaceful night.
Ready, Annie?
Oh, Sydney.
You're nervous.
Yes, sir. I'm a bit sad it's meeting my relatives for the first time, you know. Have a very fine family tree.
Yeah? Well, if we hurry up and get downstairs, we might be just in time to see them swinging from the branches by their tails.
I regard that as low-class humour, Sydney. I'll trouble you to observe a little more decorum when you meet the family tonight. Excuse me. At least take your hat off at the dinner table, will you?
So you're proud of your family, then? You reckon they're landed gentry?
Well, you can see that for yourself, Sid. My cousin Guy, for instance. Norman blood there, I think.
90% proof.
Sydney, you're talking of my stock. They're full of breeding, gentility, charm.
Drunken fool, Guy.
Janet!
You keep out of this, Father. Guy's drinking will ruin everything.
Oh, Janet, really, your manners are appalling. And kindly lower your voice to a scream, at least.
Why are you always bickering?
Simple, Father. My dear sister and I have absolutely nothing in common. Except you, Peter.
Who is this upstart who's just arrived?
Cousin Ernest.
Ernest? I've never even heard of him.
No, probably one of our lower-class relations. However, does it matter?
Of course it matters. He's probably only here to see what he can claim out of Gabriel's will. See what he can get out of it.
Aren't we all?
I bet they'll welcome me with open arms, Sydney.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Come on, hurry up.
Just a minute. Da-da-da. I'm looking, Sid.
Marvellous.
Dee-dee-dee.
Are you going in for a beauty competition?
Well, it's got to be neat. Dee-dee-dee.
I'll see you downstairs. And don't come down after midnight, because you'll change into a pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Midnight. How do you do? I'm Ernest. Are you one of my relations? Sid, did you see him?
Who, Liberace?
I hope he's not one of the family.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's go and see.
Why wasn't the will read when we arrived? It's intolerable.
Don't be too impatient, Janet. As I told you, Gabriel might have left the whole lot to lower-class Ernest.
That is not funny, Guy. Malcolm, have you met this Ernest?
Yes. Yes. It's quite mad.
That's rich coming from you.
Hello, hello, hello. Evening. Presenting Mr. Ernest Broughton, my client and #1 contender for the Legacy Stakes.
I am Dr. Edward Broughton, Gabriel's brother, and therefore your uncle, I suppose.
How do you do?
You met Guy and Malcolm.
Oh, yes. Yes.
My daughter, Janet.
Oh, highly charmed. Oh, sorry. Oh, please excuse me. Oh, can I wipe you up? I mean, down.
Never mind.
Sid, the cat's got me. Well, pull it.
How cozy.
We've been waiting for you, Aunt Emily.
Have you? How nice. I've been finishing one of my woolly helmets for the boys in the trenches.
It's a bit late for that, isn't it? The war was over years ago.
Nonsense. It only started in 1914. And it would all be over by now if it wasn't for the politicians. Things will be very different when Mrs. Pankhurst gets us women the vote. Baby of the family. You must be Ernest. I haven't seen you since you were in your pram. You haven't changed a bit.
Oh, I must have done.
And what is your profession, Ernest?
Oh, literary.
Good evening. If you'll all be seated.
That's it, old boy. Bring the classroom to order.
I don't think we've met, Mr.
We have, mate, but you wouldn't remember. Butler, Syd Butler, Mr. Broughton's legal advisor.
Oh. Well, are we all present?
Shall we number from the left?
Miss Dixon.
Who?
Miss Dixon.
Gabriel's nurse? Why should she be present?
It was Mr. Gabriel Broughton's express wish that she should be present at the reading of the will.
Why?
That remains to be seen.
If this person has left anything, I shall certainly contest it. It's well known that nurses have an undue influence on a dying man.
I'm quite sure I didn't.
Hello? Things are beginning to brighten up round here. Don't just sit there. Get the lady a chair.
Oh, yes, of course.
Here we are. You'll be nice and comfortable there.
Thank you, Mr.
Sydney, call me Sydney. Gentleman of the turf.
We can't begin until you're seated, Mr. Broughton.
I know, no. Of course not.
You're keeping us all waiting.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry.
Why don't you sit here? There's plenty of room.
Thank you. Thank you. Pardon my back, old man.
Now then. The last will and testament of Mr. Gabriel Broughton. I, Gabriel Broughton, being of sound mind... I, Gabriel Broughton, being of sound mind, do hereby bequeath to each member of my family present at Blackshaw Towers nothing.
What a diabolical liberty. He can't do this to me.
Guy, Mr. Sloane, do you mean to say my uncle left us...
Nothing, my dear. Nothing.
We shall contest it. When was the will dated?
The day prior to Mr. Gabriel Broughton's death. It was witnessed by myself and Dr. Edward.
Did anyone see Uncle Gabriel after he made his will?
I was alone with him that last day.
Hard luck, Father Ilbeen, who polished off the old boy for nothing.
Miss Dixon,
Yes?
you must have attended Gabriel that last day.
As a matter of fact, I did not. On that day, Mr. Gabriel instructed that only Dr. Edward should attend him. He was most emphatic about it. He died that night.
Anything else, Mr. Sloane?
Oh, yes. There's the matter of Miss Dixon.
You want to invest this very carefully. My card.
To Miss Linda Dixon, who has nursed me in a most solicitous manner during my recent illness, I bequeath my drugs, pills, hypodermic syringe, and empty medicine bottles.
Hard luck, Janet.
You hated us all, didn't you?
You can hardly blame him, my dear.
What I don't understand is, of course, why did he bring us all this way just to tell us that he's left us sweet Fanny Adams?
Well, it's simple. He was like the rest of us. Quite mad.
That settles it. Come on, Sid.
And where do you think you're going?
Home.
Ernest,
Yes, Anna?
I've been thinking of someone who might help you in your career. Are you acquainted with Mr. Shaw?
Artie Shaw?
Bernard Shaw. Oh, most influential. You really must meet Mr. Shaw.
Well, I thought that he was...
Does he? Oh, nonsense. What's the use of having influential friends if you can't take advantage of it?
Sid! Sid! Sid!
Yes, mate?
Oh, goodness.
What's the matter? You need a tenner for the meter?
Oh, I do think candlelight is so much nicer.
Is it a fuse?
We have our own powerhouse. Must be something wrong with the generator.
Well, let's have a look at it then.
It's in the garden.
Right. Come on.
I think I'll stay and look after the ladies, Sidney. Hey, Fisk, that dog howling, where is it?
There are no dogs here, sir. Strange. That should be locked.
Oh, blimey, a fat hope of fixing that.
Looks as though someone's lost their temper a bit. But who did it?
Ah, who can say? But one thing is certain, though.
What's that?
This is only the start.
What's he sitting out there for?
Oh, dear, it's unbelievable. Why, he'll catch his death. His death. His death occur. Achoo! Hey, is he?
Well, if he ain't, he's a very heavy sleeper.
Well, we can't leave him around here, can we? Well, here, look. Let's put him in the potting shed. It's over there somewhere. Right.
It'd be easier to bring the potting shed over to him.
Come on. Right now. Oh!
Have you fixed it?
No. Something terrible's happened.
It's Edward, isn't it?
How did you know?
He was mad, of course. Quite mad.
What's happened to Father? An accident?
Accident, my foot. We found him dead. And by the look of it, it's murder.
Murder?
I think we better phone the police.
We don't want the police here, surely.
Hey? There's some bloke knocking about the place we don't know anything about.
There's no one here but us.
There must be.
Why?
Why? Well, I mean, if there isn't anybody else, then it means that the murderer is one of us.
A most illuminating deduction.
Well, that settles it. I'm going to ring the police.
Send for that taxi as well. Are you all right? What I said just now. What I said just now about the murderer being one of us. I didn't mean to intimate you, of course.
I know.
Anyway, there's no need for you to worry now. I'm here.
Dead.
Oh, it's...
The phone. Perhaps they haven't paid the bill. Hello? Hello?
I'm going down the village.
It's impossible to reach the village across the moors.
Where's the police station?
In the village.
Well then, where's the nearest telephone box?
In the village.
Well, Sydney.
Don't worry, mate. We'll use the AA box.
Oh, that's more like it. Where is it, Sydney?
In the village.
What are we going to do?
There's only one thing we can do. Wait.
Listen, if he thinks I'm going to stay here and end up in a deck chair on the lawn, he's got another thing coming to him, Sid. I've had my summer holidays. I can't spend the night here. I'd rather be sucked down in the mire.
You've been in the mire for years, mate.
That won't stop me from going home, Sydney.
I really must insist on your staying here tonight, Mr. Ernest.
Why?
Because if Dr. Edwards' murderer was one of us, then it would be most unwise to allow a possible suspect to escape.
Oh, so I'm the chief suspect now, am I?
Not necessarily. But if you'll all take my advice, you'll retire to your own rooms and lock yourselves in.
I'll see you to your room, Miss Emily.
Oh, thank you. How kind of you. I haven't seen Edward. Ooh, Ernest, I haven't forgotten about Bernard Shaw.
Neither have I, Auntie.
Good night.
Oh, night, Aunt.
Good night.
Good night, Linda. May I suggest you stop that appalling cacophony?
That's right, Major. Back up the Joanna. Get upstairs on the organ.
I'll see that Fisk bolts the door.
It's a good idea. If I'm going to stay here, I want to make certain no one breaks in.
Or out.
You know, Sid, every horror book I've ever read is based on him.
Yeah, he's a lovely boy. He looks bonkers enough to be one of the family.
I see you studied us very well, Mr. Butler.
Come on, I've had enough of your family for one night.
Nighty, nighty. Pleasant dreams.
It's only the start of it. There'll be another one yet.
Good night, laughing boy.
Mark my words.
Wish I was back in the flat reading the case of the battered blonde.
Well, you ain't. And it's a pity, because I'd lay 6-4 on it.
On what?
That you're next. Sleep well.
Oh, I say, your room's comfortable, isn't it?
Yes, in it.
Would you like me to stay and sort of tell you a story?
No, I wouldn't. You up along to your room. And when you get there, if you get there, Lock the door and don't open it for anybody but me.
How will I know it's you?
I'll burst into song.
What song?
Do you know you're beginning to get on my nerves?
No, but if you hum it over, I can remember the tune.
Go to your room.
I say, what are you doing in my room?
This is not your room. I mean, that isn't your luggage, is it?
Oh, blimey, no. Wait a minute, that's not my bed either. I must have got lost. I'm sorry, I'll push off. Miss, you don't happen to know where my bedroom is, do you?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll go now.
No, hang on. Turn your back a minute.
Just a minute, miss.
You're sweet.
Oh, I don't know. Handsome faces and everything, you know. All that glitters is not gold.
You can turn round now.
Oh, very provoking. Well, I suppose you must be rather scared with all the things that have been going on here tonight.
Oh, not really.
Well, I am.
Look, I have an idea.
Yes. I've got one or two myself.
Come and sit here. Come on. I have a proposal to make.
Oh?
Why don't you stay here tonight? I don't fancy spending the night alone, and we'd be company for each other.
Yes, it's quite a good plan, miss, but, well, we, don't know each other really very well.
I'll be quite all right in the chair.
I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes.
What happened?
I saw the shadow of this thing on the wall, and I thought it was the murderer coming to attack Linda.
Ooh, that imagination of yours.
You'd have been safer back in my room.
Back in... Oh, you've been playing Romeo as well as Goliath.
Everything all right? There was a devil of a row.
He saw the suit of armor and he thought it was the murderer.
Silly, isn't it?
Yeah, very comical.
Well, good night, Linda. I'm very sorry if I disturbed you all.
Good night, Ernie, and thank you for trying to protect me. You're sweet.
Some fellas have got it and some fellas haven't.
Well, if you got it, mate, I don't know where you're hiding it.
Well, you seem to have found your knight in shining armor.
He's a pet.
Yes. Shall I see you to your room?
You needn't bother.
Oh, no trouble at all. I must try and act the gentleman.
Oh, nothing there.
Nothing? No Santa Claus?
Better be safe than sorry, Sid.
It's a funny place to keep it. Good night.
Oh, God, not ready for bed yet.
I am.
Hey, Sid. Spend the night with me, will you? I don't want to wake up in the morning and find myself, you know.
All right.
Thank you, Sid. Here you are, Sydney. These are for you.
I'm not wearing that.
Well, look, Sid, as you lost your luggage, allow me your present, my pyjamas.
God blimey.
Right, I'll slip over this side and I'll slip over there.
Ooh. These things are going to keep me awake with a start.
Oh, I don't know, Sydney. I think they look very chic. Oh, in the bed. Oh. Been a nice day, Sydney.
Good night.
Sydney?
Oh, what is it?
Sydney, please.
Oh, for crying out loud, what do you want?
Light the candle, Sid. I can't sleep in the dark. Honest, not in this place.
Oh, do me a favour.
All right, Sid, no, please. Look, if you blow the candle out, I should just have to sing all night or walk up and down or something, Sid. I can't sleep in the dark.
Well, suit yourself.
All right. Oh, Roman in the gorman, on the bonny banks of the glade.
Ernie.
Oh, Roman in the gorman with... Yes?
Why do I have to get lumbered with you?
I don't know, Sid. It's just one of those remarkable things of life, I suppose. Don't know how they happen. You're just one of the naturally lucky ones, I suppose.
Thank you. Leave it. I'll have some fresh air.
Oh, what's it?
Come here.
What shall we talk about, Sydney?
Nothing.
Sorry, Sid. You got such a funny face.
Am I?
Yeah. You know, sort of one of the clown faces, you know. Very homely, but very humorous, funny.
Ernie?
Yeah?
Do me a favour.
Ah, of course I will. Shut up! Sydney, please. You must learn to control yourself. Frighten the life out of me, then.
Good night, noddy.
Good night. Big ears.
Is that you, Ernest? Now what's wrong?
Heard a squeak.
Oh, go to sleep. Oh, give over, Ernie. Go to sleep.
I am trying to.
Well, keep still, then.
Hey, Sid. You forgotten to take your boots off?
What are you talking about?
Well, have you taken them off?
Of course I've taken them off.
Shocking swelling on your toe, then.
Oh, I pity the woman who marries you.
Well, at least she won't come to bed with her boots on.
Well, she'd be better off if she did. Now, belt up.
Yes? What do you want, Sid?
I want to go to sleep.
Well, stop nudging me, then.
Oh, lummy, I'll nudge you in a minute.
Give over, Sid. Sorry.
Boy, I've told you, mate, I'm tired. Do you mind?
You started it. Thought you wanted to play our fight game.
Oh, Ernie, turn it up.
Wasn't my fault. Sid.
Yes.
I want to go.
We're going tomorrow morning.
Not that sort of go, Sid.
Blimey. What do you want me to do, hold your hand? Here.
Oh. Awfully dark out here, Sydney.
That you, Ernie? I should have kept up my piano lessons.
piano lessons when we get to London. I'll give you my address. You slipped up there, Malcolm. You see, look, you don't want to go all tense like that. You've got to relax. Like that, Malcolm, you see? Malcolm, look. Malcolm! Sydney! Sydney!
Come here, Ernie! Come here, Ernie! Ernie, where are you? Ernie!
What?
Who did that?
I don't know.
Don't touch anything. I wasn't going to, but I think a little reverence might not be out of place.
The door was locked on the inside. Well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well?
Well, what? Hey, surely you don't think that I did...
What else can we think?
He couldn't do a thing like that. I know him.
You may, but we do not. I'm not entirely convinced that your friend is the fool he makes himself out to be.
Oh, yes, I am.
Look here, mate, I don't care what you think.
The window was locked on the inside, too.
Well, look, it's all certain. You must have seen something. Who did it?
No, Sid. We were up there, we were playing chopsticks. And well,
I think we'd better secure him in here until the morning.
Sid.
Don't worry, mate. I'll stay here with you.
Do you think that's wise?
Oh, don't tell me what to do.
As you wish.
It's very much your funeral, if you know what I mean.
Thank you.
Miss Dixon?
You want to watch out for him? While I'm locked up in here, he'll be knocking off the whole family.
I'm perfectly harmless, I assure you.
It'll be all right.
Of course it will. And we'll be the safest of the lot locked up in here.
Mr. Guy, Miss Dixon.
Well, I hope they have a restful night.
What are we going to do?
I don't know, mate. There must have been somebody else in here with you.
There was.
Ah, who?
Him.
Oh, turn it up. Somebody else, the murderer.
How could there have been, Sid? How could he have got out with the door locked from the inside?
Yeah. And the window's locked, too.
I think I've got it, Sidney.
Yeah?
All these panels are on the wall.
Yeah?
It was that book, Blood on My Cauliflower. It had a secret panel.
Oh, stop talking a lot of nonsense.
Okay. All right.
Wait a minute. You could be right.
I could?
Yes. You look at those. I'll look at this one here. I got it here, mate. I just heard an echo. This one's hollow. Listen. Funny. Ernie, get away from the wall.
Yeah, but I heard something here.
Get away from the wall.
I'm not trying to help, Sid. There must have been someone else in this room. I know what I'll do. I'll reconstruct the crime. No, I was sitting here playing chopsticks. Sorry, Malcolm. Shh. Sorry. Mute.
Ernie!
Find the panel yourself if you're so clever.
Here, Ernie, look what I've discovered. Ernie!
What are you shouting about? Sydney? Sydney? Sydney, where are you?
Behind the mirror.
What are you doing behind there?
Playing hide and seek. Get me out.
Yes. Well, how?
Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute, there's a piece of chain here. Ernie?
Yeah?
Are you behind there now?
Yeah, there's one little cupboard.
Well, pull the chain. We're onto something here, boy. Come on.
Wait a minute. I'd rather stay here, Sid.
Don't be silly. We've got to get this sorted out tonight. The family will have you undrawn and quartered by tomorrow. Come on.
However, the rest of the night may remain undisturbed, now that Mr. Ernest is locked away.
Locked away? Oh, dear, dear. I had no idea. Poor boy.
It's ridiculous. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
The young man's attitude towards insect life does not concern us, Miss Dixon.
I think it's most inconsiderate of Edward and Malcolm to leave without saying goodbye to me. Well, I think I shall go to my room now.
Termites?
It's a regular maze, this house.
How did you get behind there?
The same way that the murderer did. There's a secret passage and a stairway leading up to the organ room.
Well, wonders will never cease. Looks as though we might have made a mistake about young Ernest.
Certainly did.
This puts a rather different complexion on matters. I suggest we all remain here for the rest of the night.
Ah, keep an eye on each other, eh?
I'm going to bed, Mr. Sloane.
I wouldn't, Aunt Emily. There's a killer on the loose.
Killer? Silly boy. You've been reading far too many novels.
Aunt Emily, for once in your life, face reality.
Reality, dear?
Don't you realize what's happening while you're daydreaming?
Janet, I may have to speak to your father.
Father is dead. Malcolm dead. Do you understand?
Janet!
They've been murdered. Murdered by one of us. And we are doing nothing.
Janet, you're making an exhibition of yourself.
Am I? You're taking it very calmly. You never liked Father, did you? Nor Malcolm, nor his music.
Hardly a sound basis for murder.
Now, hang on. There's no use squabbling amongst ourselves, is there? Now, look, the police will be here tomorrow morning. If we stick together, we're safe.
We'll never get away from here.
Now, look, together we're as safe as houses. Isn't that so, Sid?
Even the floor might open up. Any one of us could be next.
Janet! Janet!
Too late. Curare. The pygmy poison.
She turned towards the door. She touched her neck.
You're quite right, so she did.
Fisk. Fisk, have you left the kitchen in the last 5 minutes? He's lying. It must be him.
I think not. Fisk hasn't left that chair for a good 5 minutes.
How do you know?
His cigarette. He could hardly have moved without disturbing that ash.
That's a very convincing alibi. I remember a similar circumstance. Now, it was the case of ash on my petticoat.
Belt up. Come on. Trying to bump off the old family.
Trying? Not making a bad job of it.
Well, don't worry, mate. They're leaving you to laugh. Where's Janet?
She's gone. Emily.
It looks as though she's...
Emily. Emily, where is she?
Ooh, I've had such a nice chat.
Who with?
Gabriel.
Aunt Emily, Uncle Gabriel's dead.
Nonsense. We've just been talking.
Could it be Gabriel?
Miss Dixon, who signed Gabriel's death certificate?
Dr. Edward.
Yes, and he was the first to be killed. If Gabriel's death was faked, Gabriel's coffin, the family vault. Now, Ernest, Linda, take Aunt Emily up to her bedroom and stay with her. Mr. Butler, will you come with me to the vault?
All right, mate.
Come on, Aunt Emily.
Let's open up. There he is.
Well, if there's no one else knocking about.
Then the murderer must be one of us.
Are you sure you really need the sleeping pills, Aunt Emily?
Of course, after all the excitement. Ah, I remember. I left them in my reticule.
You what?
Reticule, knitting bag, downstairs in the lounge.
Downstairs. Don't really like leaving you ladies alone.
Don't worry, Ernest. I'll stay here with Aunt Emily.
Thank you. Oh, Aunt Emily, you sure you wouldn't rather have a curiously strong peppermint? Yes, well, I'll just go downstairs and get them. Don't go away. I'll be back. I hope.
Here we go again.
Ernest!
Ernie! Blimey, they've got him.
Ernest!
Oh, I've seen him.
Seen who?
Uncle Gabriel. Laughing his blooming head off.
Gabriel never. We just saw him, mate, and he's dead, very dead.
Well, it looked like Uncle Gabriel to me.
He's a Broughton too, you know.
Not him. He's not like the others.
Sloane. Where is he?
He's gone. Ooh, I wish he'd stop creeping about like that.
Where's he gone?
He's trying to get to the village. For the police. Your sandwiches.
What do you think?
I don't know. It was Sloane who was against anyone leaving.
Well, yes, but if he's gone across those moors on his own, he's a very brave boy.
If he has gone...
You all right, mate?
Oh, my head.
You go up the stairs. I'll go this way.
Right.
And you two go up to Aunt Emily's room.
Aunt Emily, she's all alone.
Oh, hey, where are we all going? Hey, what about me? Oh, not again.
I think there's something frightfully odd going on around here.
Something soon, the old Broughton family will be knocked off, and then the outsiders will start to go. You're drinking yourself to death, mate.
What a lovely way to go.
Sid! He's gone.
Who's gone?
Uncle Gabriel's gone. His coffin's empty.
What are you talking about?
Uncle Gabriel's body's gone, I tell you. It's Burke and hair all over again.
The only Burke round here, mate, is you.
Please, Sidney. This is no time for levity.
Well, we'd better go and see.
Thank you, Sid. See? What did I tell you? Look. Well, honest, it was empty when I...
All right, all right. You know something? He may not be bonkers.
Malcolm. Then Gabriel is alive.
And he's a homicidal maniac.
I sent Ernest for them, and I haven't seen him since. Oh, I do hope he hasn't taken them.
What's happened? What's happened?
Well, the outsiders come in at 100 to 1.
What?
Uncle Gabriel.
What do you mean?
Uncle Gabriel. He's not dead.
He's alive and killing.
He's knocking off the family, one by one.
He could be anywhere. Anywhere.
What can we do?
Guy. Guy's gun. Come on. Guy, have you got your gun? Oh, Emily, where's Guy?
Well, he was over... Oh, he must have gone to bed.
He couldn't have. We were just outside.
If Gabriel's got Guy, he's got Guy's gun.
What are we going to do?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay put until the police arrive.
I know what I'm doing, mate. I'm going to keep on nipping about. It's safer.
What do you mean, safer?
Well, you don't want to be a sitting duck, do you? Get on the move, boy.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Quick, Linda. Wait a minute. It didn't help Janet at all. She was hopping about all over the place.
Yeah, but she was standing still when she copped it.
Yeah.
What are you doing with those chairs?
I'm making a barricade against any more poison darts. Come on, Linda. You'll be safer in there with me.
You've gone raving bonkers. There's probably blowholes all over the ceiling. He's very likely up there now, looking right down at you. Come on.
Right. Aunt Emily, come on. Come walking with us.
On a night like this? Oh, silly boy.
Don't worry about her. She's got a charmed life. Hello, Frisky, mate. You better come and join us. It's safer.
It's too late, sir. Whatever will be, will be.
It's a fine time to go spouting Shakespeare.
There's danger here.
That's the understatement of the evening.
Do you want some coffee?
Yeah. Well, I can hear bells.
Well, go and answer it then.
Oh, me?
All right, then. Come on, stick close to me.
Good evening. Arkwright, Inspector Arkwright. I got here as fast as I could.
I never thought I'd be so pleased to see the police. This way, Inspector. Down here.
Good evening, madam. I didn't get much from Mr. Sloane. He seemed to think it was imperative that I get here as soon as possible.
He wasn't kidding.
I don't approve of the police. They were very rude to my sister when she recently chained herself to the railings of St. James's Palace. Go away.
Auntie.
Where is Sloane?
I left him back in the village. He'd sprained his ankle. And it's a wonder he got through at all. I had to leave my driver the other side of the marshes. Well, what's it all about? It better be worth my while.
Oh, it will be.
Well, now, who's the owner of the house?
Mr. Gabriel Broughton, but I'm afraid he's dead, Inspector.
Oh.
Well, that is, he was, but he isn't now. If you see what I mean.
No, I do not. Perhaps you'll tell me what exactly has occurred.
Inspector, there's a dangerous murderer somewhere in the house.
Dangerous? Who's been murdered?
Dr. Edward, Janet, Malcolm.
Dr. Edward, Janet, Malcolm. Where's the body?
Body? Bodies. There's 3 of them.
3?
Edward Broughton, Janet Broughton, and Malcolm Broughton.
Probably Guy as well.
Guy.
Don't be silly, dears. No one's been murdered. They've gone home.
Miss Emily, they haven't gone home.
Just a moment, just a moment. If I may see the bodies.
Somebody's pinched them.
Pinched them?
Yes, the owner of this house, Gabriel Broughton, who is dead. And may not be.
No, he isn't. I've seen him.
Let me get this straight. You maintain that 3 persons have been murdered?
Yeah, 4.
Eh?
Don't forget Guy.
Oh, yeah.
4 persons have been murdered. They were killed by someone who's dead, but...
won't lay down.
And the lady here maintains that they've gone home.
Inspector, the lady's a little bit...
And you're not. I feel more inclined to believe the lady.
Inspector, it's hard to believe.
Oh, not at all.
But we know that Gabriel faked his death, lured the family here, and is murdering them one by one.
One by one.
One by one. But there are no bodies.
Oh, well, there's Guy. He's gone, and there's Janet, and she's gone. Wait a minute. Dr. Edwards in the potting shed.
He's gone too, I checked.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Malcolm.
Oh, surely he's gone too.
But Malcolm is in Gabriel's coffin.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Oh, no.
You come with me, I'll show you. You stay here with Linda and Auntie Emily.
Now, why do I always have to stay with the women?
Because somebody's got to look after you. Come on, mate, Inspector. Well, here we are, Inspector. Now, that's Gabriel's coffin over there, but inside it, it's Malcolm.
I'm getting a little tired of this. I'll see to it. What is it?
Well, I just came to get myself a drink, and Look.
Guy always did drink too much.
Well, he won't drink any more.
And a good thing, too.
Go and get the other gentleman. Take this.
Right. Where is he?
In the graveyard.
Oh, blimey.
And hurry. Well, we've got one body.
Sid! Sid! I found him.
Who?
Guy. He's in the cocktail cabinet.
Cool. Blimey, that bloke's got a thirst.
He's dead.
Come on!
Good evening, Mr. Sloan. Here. How'd you manage to get back from the village, sir? Hit me!
Yeah? That's Sloan. But the inspector said he was in the village with a sprained ankle.
He sprained more than his ankle, Sid.
He couldn't have even got to the village.
But how's the inspector managed?
Never mind how, Inspector. Who's the inspector? Whiskey, where's the inspector?
Inspector, I don't know.
But you must know.
Where's Linda?
There was nobody here when I came in. Just this mess to clear up.
Look, he's taken Guy as well.
Oh, never mind about him. He's dead already. The bookcase.
Yeah. Wait a minute, it could be this one. It is, look. Aunt Emily's wall.
Does this one open as well?
Yeah.
Well, how do you open it?
Like that. Hold it, Sid. I fell down there somewhere. That's it. That's the hole.
Where does that lead to?
Out of the vaults.
He must be around here somewhere.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. This way, gentlemen. Shall we join the ladies?
There they are, Ernie.
Linda, Aunt Emily.
Who the devil are you?
Gabriel,
Yes, Gabriel.
up to your pranks again.
He's as nutty as a fruitcake.
No, no, my friend. Very much the reverse. A very clever brain was needed to evolve such a plan, luring each member of the avaricious Broughtons up here. For years, they've sponged off me. Edward, Guy, Janet, Malcolm. And in return, what did they do?
I give up. You tell us.
They treated me like an eccentric old fogey. Me, eccentric.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, certainly it is. Well, Gabe, it's been very nice meeting you. We'll be shoving off then.
Get back against the wall. You will be shoving off very soon, I assure you.
Uncle Gabriel, what are you going to do?
With you?
And the rest of us, we're interested too.
I propose to leave you to your fate.
Blimey. We're going to the dogs.
The poor beasts haven't been fed for 10 days. Starving there. Yes, your departure from this life will be neither swift nor pleasant.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that, sir.
Hey, look, they like us.
Yeah, they do. They don't look hungry to me. At least not for me, they're not.
Hey, come on, we better get out of here. Get on to Gabriel before he does any more damage.
Yeah, you're quite right. Linda, look, give us a hand, will you? See if Aunt Emily's got a secret panel. The walls, I mean. I'll see to the windows. Excuse me.
Yes, you're friendly enough now, mate, but only been a couple of days if we don't get out of here.
Well, we've been with no air to breathe.
Ah, my dear little doggies.
What do you mean, your little doggies?
I've been feeding them for days. The late master was very cruel to them.
Late master? Uncle Gabriel?
He's dead. The chandeliers dropped on him.
What happened to him?
Well, he aimed a gun at me.
You can never tell what Gabriel will get up to next. Always the life and soul of the party.
Excuse me, allow me.
Oh, thanks, Annie.
Well, I've fixed everything. Sid and Aunt Emily are travelling together, and you and me are travelling together.
Oh, that would be nice, Ernie, but someone's collecting me.
Oh, you're dead?
No.
A relative?
No, boyfriend.
Oh. Well, that's the way it should be, isn't it, I suppose? What's he like? Me? Hmm? Tall, dark, and handsome?
Hello, baby.
Darling.
How are you, love? It's a bit of a drag, isn't it? Come on, love, let's go.
Oh, my case, darling.
Oh, all right. Morning.
Morning.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Ernest.
She loves you, mate, like a brother.
I've got 5 sisters already.
Oh, turn it up, Ernie, blimey. What are you worrying about? A bloke with a mush like that, he couldn't even make a living. Get the case.
It's upstairs.
Get it, then.
Right, then. So that's where you've been, is it? That's why you've been prowling in and out of wardrobes. Come on, move it. Come on, get out of the way. Hello, Sid.